Hi, everybody. Rob Cootie here. Today is Wednesday, June 2nd. My gosh, 6 months have already gone by. It's hard to believe. But it's June 2nd, currently 10:56 and 30 seconds on Wednesday, June 2nd. As you know, we go live each and every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join us for today's subject matter. It is podcast number 192, the most satisfying thing you'll ever do. As I said yesterday, you might think on the surface that I'm saying, Rob, building a successful network marketing business is the most satisfying thing you'll ever do. Yeah, maybe. There's obviously other aspects of life that bring a lot more pleasure and satisfaction to you. But the thing is that as far as what this business can do overall and the satisfaction you'll get on different levels in different ways is totally different than what the title indicates. We're going to talk about that, the power that can have on you and your business and your downline. The impact, it is absolutely amazing. Not only can you build successful businesses, guys, you can learn how to be happy in the process and have a positive outcome by setting a positive example for others to follow. We're going to talk about that and more on our episode today. Number 192, as always, we ask, if you will, please share this podcast or other social media platforms by utilizing the hashtag #TheMLMSolution, hashtag #TheMLMSolution, when you're out surfing the net and run into our fellow network marketers. Also visit our website and share our website, which you guys have been doing, themlmsolution.net, themlmsolution.net. Guys, go ahead and help us beat the algorithm or work with it, whatever the case may be. As you know, the algorithms on these social media platforms love engagement. And when you engage with us by giving us a thumbs up, by making a comment, by subscribing, and also registering for notifications, all of that helps us to get our message out in front of countless millions across the globe that need and want this type of information. All right, with that being said, today, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, we're going to go live. I'm going to hop off of here so we can make that happen. I'll see you in a minute.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie again here. Yes, Miss Maria is missing in action again today, but that's okay. She, once again, is on the road, and as always, my job is to step up and fill in to the best that I can, but without her, we're obviously a one-legged competitor running in a two-legged race. So with that being said, I am limited by her absence, but we're going to do the best we can to make this a great episode that she can be proud of in her absence. With that being said, as you know, today was podcast number 192. There it is on the ticker, 192, the most satisfying thing you'll ever do. We'll get into that in a moment. As you know, we've been making a lot of changes here very lately. The intro is one of them. Please leave comments, give us a thumbs up, whatever the case may be on the intro. Do you like it? Do you not like it? We're trying different types of intros and outros, and I noticed there's a few things. I need to up the quality on that. I noticed there's a few pixelation issues on that particular intro, but that's okay. We can correct that. But the bottom line is that we got a lot going on, a lot of changes happening, and June 1st marked those changes taking place. As we speak, I have people across the globe through Fiverr and other places working on different projects all at one time. There's a lot of great things going on as we continue to move forward. As you know, we have worked hard over the past year to see if this platform, this podcast, whatever the case may be, has any merit to it. Will people enjoy it? Will people actually want the information? So far, the answer has been absolutely yes. And so we're going to go ahead and invest more money in trying to expand and seeing if we can't make this thing everything you guys need it to be. All right, with that being said, as you know, each and every day, And you can go to our website 24/7. All you have to do is, when you're there, is click on the link at the top of the page to watch the podcast from the past week. If you missed any episodes, all you have to do is go there, click on that, and bam, you are ready to go to catch up on the past week episodes so you don't miss any important information. Additionally, you can get a free gift while you're there. As I always say, there's no shenanigans in our email system. We refuse to try to sell you. Our products speak for themselves. If you get a free product and you like the information and you can see where it will help you, guess what? We feel that you'll come back and you'll explore more information that we offer. And I think that's a fair thing. We also have a lot of surprise bonuses in there that do what? Save you money. If you choose to come back and you want certain products, we want you to save money. We're not here to gouge you. So feel free to register. To get your free gift. That's what I meant. Register to get your free gift while you're there. Fill out the form. No shenanigans, as I said. Get your free gift of the week. It changes all the time. Additionally, as you know, we're always talking about the lead site. And if you want a chance to become a beta tester, all you have to do is go to that URL. For all of you on the podcast, ineedleadsnow.net/beta. That's ineedleadsnow.net beta. Okay, and that will take you to the beta testers registration page. You can get a free gift. I Need Leads Now free gift. It's also packed with a bunch of surprise bonuses that, once again, not only give you access to great information, but they also save you money. And as you fill out the form, always know in the back of your mind, we pull no shenanigans. There will be no surprises. All right, what not to do in network marketing? One of our cornerstone products. It's been something that has had an impact on the industry, on those that have read it. Many people come up to me and said, if only I had read that when I was active in the industry, I would probably still be in it, or I would have more success. And I'm tickled pink to hear that, but on the other hand, it's sad that they waited until things got bad to read it and to understand the value of the information. Don't let that happen to you. Guys, 146 paragraphs, 146 audio files that are designed to support and take the knowledge of that each and every one of those 146 paragraphs to a new level, so you have a better insight into the subject matter of each and every paragraph. What a wonderful combination. And you're going to have many training videos as well. My gosh, you can't beat that. Normally $197, that is a bargain, absolute bargain for that kind of information. It's the value of products is not what we place on it. The value of the products is what can that information do for you? Can it make you a millionaire? Can it change your life? If the answer is yes, guess what? It's worth every penny of the asking price, whatever that price may be. For the next 24 hours, $47, guys, you can't beat that. I'm almost embarrassed to have it up there. Marie does not like that price point. It's an instant savings, $150. The reason we do that, we want you to have access to this information so you can see what we bring to the table. We feel that if we get this in your hands, then you'll see what we bring to the table for you. You cannot get this information anyplace else, especially with this combination of all kinds of surprise bonuses. Once again, everything we do has surprise bonuses and the savings. Can't beat that deal. All right, with that being said, guys, let's all right, hit the wrong button. With that being said, let's get on with today's show. The most satisfying thing you'll ever do. Well, guys, here's the thing. Building a successful network marketing business, will that be the most satisfying thing you'll ever do? I think it would rank up there because of the challenges that you're sure to face in building anything successful. You're going to face challenges like that here. And here's the difference in network marketing. Network marketing is a personal business. In other words, you're going to wear on your sleeve the reactions you get from other people. If you're a sensitive person and you see somebody frown when you mention network marketing or lifestyle or whatever, certain keywords that will trigger things in their mind that may be negative, and you see their reaction, that may make you cool in the corner and suck your thumb. Okay, and you may not be right for this business if that does that to you. Okay, you're going to have thick skin in whatever you choose to do, because success is all about moving forward until the stars line up in a way that will benefit you and the progress you're making. Will you ever reach your final destination? Only you can determine what your final destination is. Okay, for instance, when Sam Walton started expanding his business, his Walmart franchise, in his 60s, did he say, hey, I'm going to have 2,000 stores? Or did he say, I'm going to go as far as I can, as hard as I can, for as long as I can, and see where this ends up? Who knows what his determination was in going to the next level, franchising. But the bottom line is that he ran as far as he could, as long as he could, okay, before cancer got him. So here's the bottom line. He made the most of his opportunity. Whether he had an end game or not, I don't know. The same thing would apply here. In other words, if you are going to get satisfaction from saying, I'm going to build an organization that produces 50,000 group volume per month, then you have obviously a very clear destination that you want to shoot after. And that's awesome. And if you reach that 50,000 group volume on a monthly basis, that may bring you a great deal of satisfaction, and it should. Is that the satisfaction you're seeking? Is that the satisfaction that will end your desire to work hard? Only you can determine that, okay? But on the other hand, if your goal is to say, I'm going to build this thing, I'm going to go as hard as I can, as long as I can, I'm going to make as much money as I can, as quick as I can, and with no real end game in place, in other words, you're just going to build as big and as fast as you can to make as much money as you can, then at the end of the day, when you sit back and reflect on everything, you might say, I did good. I did more than I expected, and get great deal of satisfaction from that as well. Okay. So on the surface, the title of today's show, The Most Satisfying Thing You'll Ever Do, the things we just finished talking about, could bring you a great deal of satisfaction. But is that all the satisfaction? Is that the most important thing? No, it's really not, because here's why. The satisfaction we just finished talking about is self-centered. In other words, you set a goal and you went after it, 50,000 volume per month, or to go as fast as you can, get as big as you can, make as much money as you can, as quick as you can. Those are personal goals, all right? The greater impact is what you have on other people. Think about it. Every person that you sponsor, that you personally sponsor, and then as you build a massive downline, every person that's in your downline has the ability to be directly impacted by you and the standards you set and the example that you set, okay? With the words that come out of your mouth, with the actions that you take, the way you act on stage, the way you act as a leader of a huge organization, the way you act when people interact with you at events, all of that is going to reflect on you. All of that is going to reflect on the legacy that you're going to leave. In other words, when it's all said and done and you're done and you're living your dream lifestyle, the impact that you left as you walked away is going to continue to reverberate throughout your organization for many years to come. So the thing is, what kind of impact do you want to have? Do you want to have a positive? Do you want to have a mix? Do you want to have a negative? All right. And when you sit back and you say, okay, you know what, I have at the end of the day, you know, you're retired, you're in your 50s or 60s, you're still living the great life. You invested the money well. You did a good job. You did a great job. Okay. You did all the right things. But at the end of the day, if you got any heart at all, if you have any morals at all, any ethics at all, when you sit back and you look at the house, the cars, the freedom, the trips, really all of that doesn't mean diddly squat. All right. And I'm not trying to be high and mighty here. I'm not trying to be some, how would you say, free spirit guru or whatever. I can't think of the term, guys. And just the bottom line is life is real. And I don't even, I don't like cliches, but life is real. At the end of the day, you're going to take your last breath someday. And as you're taking your last breath, unless it's an immediate last breath, in other words, you fall off a cliff and die immediately, you get shot, you die immediately, you die in a car accident. I know, kind of morbid subjects, I get it, but I'm making a point here. Unless you die immediately before you have time to reflect, if you're in your final days, you're going to have plenty of time to reflect. And as you reflect, you're going to look inward, because whether you want to admit it or not, you're going to answer for the life you live. We all do. You can deny it all you want, but that day's coming. Here's the thing. Even if you don't believe in God or Christ, here's the bottom line. You got a life. You're going to sit there and you're going to look in that mirror, that life mirror, and reflect on the life that you've had. Okay? The question is going to end up, what kind of impact did you have on your family, your friends, your business partners, and anybody else you came into contact with? And the thing is that you could have a greater legacy in a positive manner by doing great things in this business model by setting a wonderful example for others. The way you conduct yourself, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you interact with other people, you could perpetuate an everlasting chain of events that could go on for years because people say, you know what? I really like the way that Rob handled himself. I really like the way he looked them in the eye and shook their hand and was genuine in his admiration for those that are in this business model. Rob treated every person, whether they were doing 20 PV or 20,000 PV, the same. Rob was grateful that they were in the business. Rob was grateful that they were part of it. Rob was grateful that they were doing something positive. He never judged them on what they did or did not do. He just accepted them for who they were, and that is a human being that's part of a process that can be positive. Okay? And Rob genuinely liked people, and it seemed as though people genuinely liked Rob. What an impact that is. And Rob shared his knowledge. Rob got up on stage and Rob showed people how the business works. Rob went into detail. Rob really cared. He went above and beyond to make sure that people understood how the business works and went into great detail and took time to clarify things so that people walked away empowered with information. Rob gave more than what he was paid. Rob got paid this, but he gave 10 times that in information and time and effort to those that wanted the information. And Rob had a positive impact. Rob donated money. Rob donated his time. Rob donated his knowledge, not just to the network marketing industry, but to human beings across the globe. And Rob gave freely, and Rob did other things to impact people outside of the industry. So all of a sudden, you have a situation where your legacy is much bigger than yourself. Your legacy is reverberating around the globe in many different capacities. And it's not just because of the amount of money that you left behind. It's because of the knowledge that you shared, because of the time you took out of your day to help someone else. Time is the most valuable thing you have. When you give of your time, you're given one of the most precious things outside of each and every breath you take that this earth has to offer, your time. So it is invaluable, the time that someone spends with you. You can't put a price on that. It's invaluable. It's priceless, okay? Rob took time to do that because the reward that Rob got out of helping other people and seeing the smile on their face and knowing that he was helping his fellow human being, and that it's not about network marketing this life, but it is about generating the money that can give people options. And this business model allows many people, no matter who they are, the ability to utilize this business model to generate the money that will give them options. Think about it. If somebody uses this business model to generate the money to get out of the horrible situation they're in, if they're in a relationship that is seriously jeopardizing their safety or their mental health, and they cannot afford right now to leave, and they see hope in this business model that they can generate the money that will help them get out of that situation. In other words, they can afford to leave. They can afford to buy a car they can depend on. They can afford to buy and get into another place that's safe and away from the situation they're in or the neighborhood they live in. And now they're in a safer environment. Okay. They have insurance, but their insurance doesn't cover everything, and they can't afford to go to the doctor because they can't afford the co-pays. And now they have options because they have money coming in where they can go to the doctor when they need to. They can afford the medication. They can afford the maintenance on their car. They have a car sitting in the driveway that won't run because they can't afford to repair it. Now they have the money to repair it. What does that do? It opens up options for them in their lives. Okay, that's what Rob takes seriously. It's not the big dream homes and the vacations. All that's cool and all that's great, but I don't get the most satisfaction out of that. What I get the greatest satisfaction here, guys, is helping other people become better people. And to help them develop the money, utilizing this wonderful business model correctly, where they can develop the income they want to do what? to change their lives. Money gives you options. That brings a great deal of satisfaction to me. I don't care if they're making $300 a month or $3,000 a month. I don't care. Okay. The bottom line is that this money can change your life. It gives you options, even if it's temporary. If only you stay with this business for 1 year, the money that you make can be life-changing. You may say, I don't want to be a part of network marketing for the next 10 years. I just want to make money and to be able to pay this off and that off and be able to change, to get a newer car and pay cash for that car and be able to do this and that. And then I'll be happy. I'll be totally happy. And then they walk away satisfied because they did that. What a great deal of satisfaction they should have when they accomplish those very life-changing goals. Man, that's awesome. And I get the greatest joy and the greatest satisfaction myself out of hearing these type of stories. Okay. If you come up and say, well, Rob, I went from a 3,000 square foot home to a 30,000 square foot home, and I went from having 2 cars to 10 cars, I'm not going to be as impressed. Okay. Yes. When you tell me that, I immediately know what kind of business you built in network marketing. But that doesn't make you a better person. And that doesn't mean that those things make you a better individual that has a greater impact on this business. What it tells me is that you're more centered on yourself than you are other people. Okay. Have I had the cars? Yes. Have I had very nice homes? Yes. Okay. The bottom line is I live in a very humble life at this moment. Okay. And I want to continue living a very humble life. Okay. I find greater satisfaction out of doing that than having all the material things. I am blessed materially. I am blessed monetarily. I am blessed health-wise. I am blessed family and friend-wise. I'm blessed more than I deserve to be. God has truly blessed me. Okay, Christ has been with me every day. I'm only here because of him. Okay, and I reflected a while back on how many times God and Christ have allowed me to stay on this earth. There's 9 times that I can count. I'm sure there's more, but I quit after 9. And I'm pretty sure there's 10 in the number 11 to go along with it. But there's 9 times. Someone else and I were talking about this the other day, that my life could have gone either way, legitimately. There's been, this is not about me, but had one guy stick a gun right in my chest, and I was talking shit to him the whole time. What a fool I was, right? And why he didn't pull the trigger, chrome plated 38, stuck it right in my chest, right there. And I was talking shit to him the whole time. And had no fear. I don't know why, never have. He came back the next day and shot 2 of my friends. They survived, but he shot them 4 times each. How they didn't die, I don't know. But the point is, that's just one of many episodes. One time I fell 90 feet and survived. Didn't have a single broken bone. How in the world you can fall that far? Well, I did die in that situation, but that's another story for another day. I remember sitting up in the tree and looking down at my body. I can remember that like yesterday, but that's another story for another day. But I did not, I was allowed to come back. Fell 90 feet. I went and looked at that tree here recently. The wife and I did. I fell 17 feet. Could have easily. The doctor cannot believe at my age that I did not break my neck, break my hip, break my back, that I'm not paralyzed. He was just dumbfounded. And this doctor is the chair of a large research university. So he is the guy in charge. And he saw me because of my unique injury that I have right now. And he was dumbfounded. He was looking at the x-rays because I went to their trauma center. When you fall X amount of feet, which I did not know, you go directly to the local trauma center. I was there for 14 hours, if that gives you any indication of the injuries that I had. So I barely missed a brick wall by 6 inches. If I'd hit that brick wall, I'm sure I would have broke my neck or suffered severe head injuries. Only by the grace of God am I alive today. And it's just a few episodes. I could go on, believe me. I could go on and on and on. the bottom line is that this is not about me. Okay. What I'm saying is I am blessed beyond belief. And I get great satisfaction out of doing this podcast along with Marie. I'm flattered that she's with me. I asked her to join me. She did. And I get great satisfaction in the fact that we're bringing to you guys information that you cannot get anyplace else. We take a deep dive into this industry and we talk about all things network marketing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We tell you that all the time. Believe me, there are people out there that do not talk about the ugly side and the bad side of network marketing because they don't want the reputation to be damaged any further of the industry, and they don't want you going, oh, no, that's network marketing. No, I don't want to have anything to do with that. They want you to join their business, okay? And they will do everything they can to not talk about the industry. But you guys have a right to know this information. That's the reason why we do it each and every day. You have a right to know what's going on, how this business works, and how to build it correctly, okay? And you need to know the dangers of it. Everything in life has a yin and a yang. It's just the facts of life. And very few people will talk about the yin and the yang of network marketing, and we do. Well, that brings me a great deal of satisfaction. And it's not because I'm doing it. It's because I realize the impact this information can have on people across the globe, okay? And that really gives me a great deal of satisfaction. So when you're building a business in this industry, if you build a successful business, whether it's creating $300 a month, $30 a month, $3,000, $30,000, $300,000 a month, and yes, you can do that. If you kiss the right company at the right time, it's absolutely possible. Guys, if you do that, you should be very proud of yourself. Having any kind of success in network marketing is a challenge, and you're going to have challenges along the way. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take thick skin. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take consistency, and you don't know how long it's going to be. Everything, like we tell you all the time, it's like catching lightning in a bottle. Everything has to come together in order for this to happen on a major level. Okay, you can join just about any company, create $30 a month, $300 a month, maybe up to $3,000 a month, based on the company situation, timing. All the variables have to come together in a synergistic way in order for certain things to happen. And when you start getting them to $3,000 a month and then $30,000 a month, there's a lot of things that have to go your way. But the more empowered you are with the correct knowledge, and the more you do consistent, correct business building activity, the greater your chances of getting to $30,000 a month can be. Okay, nobody can guarantee you that. But the bottom line is you have to have you have to know what to do and when in order to even have a chance, okay? And if you do catch that right company at the right time, it can be an absolutely exhilarating experience that can, once again, have a totally upside down impact on your life. And I mean upside down in a good way. You just totally take your life and whoop, and make a lot of positives come out of that. So is it worth it getting in this industry? Absolutely. What do you have to lose? It's the cheapest business to get into, which is unfortunate because everybody looks at it as a scam or a pyramid scheme or whatever because of the low cost of getting in. And the only thing that's required is for your dedication and work ethic. And people just really, once again, those two things give it that scammy appearance and reputation. And I get that. But there's so much more to this industry. Okay, so let's get back to the satisfaction part. As you can tell, you can get immense satisfaction from your own personal accomplishments. You can get even more intense and personal satisfaction from helping other people change their lives, where the money gives them options, where they may now be able to afford a dependable car, live in a better neighborhood, send their kids to a better school, be able to pay for medication, be able to pay for medical operations or procedures, I should say, be able to buy better insurance, the basics of life. You could get immense satisfaction when you hear the stories from your downline and your partners. Okay, that is great. And you know, you may get satisfaction out of your leaders building incredible lifestyles. That's awesome. Because think about it, even though sometimes the thing is, I'm not against incredible lifestyles, guys. It doesn't indicate that the person has a bad heart. What it does, it indicates that they've had a huge impact on others, because the only way they get that big is by helping other people, right? And that means a lot of people have experienced positive things out of those individuals' efforts in helping them. Okay. But a lot of times the material things can take away from what's really important. That's the only reason why I bring that up. I'm not going to go for it. Okay. Because look, I enjoy nice things. I want a big home. You know why? Because I don't want to try to maneuver around my furniture. And if I open up a drawer, I have to lean back and I can't go much further because the bed is at my knees. That's no way to live. I don't want to live in a small home or a tiny home. I need a big home. I'm a big guy. I want to be able to walk through my hallway and not have to dodge furniture. I want to be able to go to my bedroom and have the ability to spread my legs out. So I'm going to pay for that privilege, okay? Despite what you see behind me here in the office, this is actually a big room. This is we crammed a lot of stuff in here, okay? But we are moving into a bigger home. At our age, most people are going what? The opposite direction. They're downsizing. We're upsizing. We'll be at least a 5,000 square foot home, okay? Because we need it, all right? And we have a lot of visitors. We have a lot of family come by, and we need to spread our legs. And we got to have land to do that too. And we only moved here to be with her daughter as she had her twin. She had challenges getting pregnant, and had some challenges during pregnancy. So we wanted to be close in case she needed us in those instances. Now that the children are coming up on 2 years old and things have stabilized, we're able to, guess what? Exercise our ability to get back out into the size home we need. Okay, so I'm not against bigger homes. I will be buying different cars here very shortly. All right, and they're going to be nice cars, and probably the last sports cars I ever get at my age. I don't have one foot in the grave, but let's be honest, I got a good 10, 15 years left. Now, this is not about me. I only tell you that because, look, I have aspirations for nice things, and that doesn't indicate that I'm a bad person. So there can be great satisfaction in that you have achieved a level to where you can afford the bigger home, the nicer cars, and that will bring that level of satisfaction. I just hesitate when I see that they have 22 cars, which is exaggeration, as you can imagine, 10 cars, 15 cars, whatever. And this life does not revolve around Rob's opinion. It's just that when you have that situation, it tends to say, hey, I'm focused on me and not on helping others. And to me, the most important thing you can do in this life is to reach out and help your fellow man. Okay, I am not sitting in judgment, and please don't look at it that way. I have an opinion like anybody else, and my opinion is going to be wrong like anybody else's. I just look at those situations with a, how would you say, a tempered eye. That's all I'm saying, and I don't judge the person. I have been with some people that have an abundance of material things, and they are the nicest, most down-to-earth people you could ever imagine. And in private, they donate money, they donate their time, they're reaching out and helping their fellow man. And you wouldn't know that if you weren't around them. And those are the type of people that make you smile. Those are the type of people you want to be friends with, okay? And that is awesome, you know? So just keep that in mind. Rob is not sitting here in judgment. As you know, I will talk about anything and everything. I will talk about both sides. And I have strong opinions about something like anybody else. And as you know, I don't care if my opinions offend people. My job is not to make you happy. Okay. You have an opinion, I'm going to listen. Okay. And your opinion might be that, well, Rob's a jerk. That's okay. That's an opinion. It's not true, but I may have come across that way to you, and I totally get it. And I respect that. Okay. So when we talk about people having big cars, big homes and a lot of cars and taking a lot of trips, it is not me sitting in judgment. What I'm doing is we're talking about this episode, the most satisfying thing you'll ever do. Okay. And when that statement is at the end, in other words, in your end days, I truly believe the most satisfying thing that you will look back on that you've ever done is possibly taking care of your family, your friends. And I'm not just talking about your sons and daughters and your wife or husband. I'm talking about if you were able to reach out to your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, to have the money to help in their final days, to make them as comfortable as possible, to be there with them. Okay? If you have a family member that has a medical challenge that they face each and every day, whether it's a mental challenge where they need care and medication, or if it's a physical challenge where they need care and medication, the bottom line is if you have the money and the time to be able to do that, what kind of great satisfaction would that bring? Okay? And if you don't have the time, but you have the money, what a great satisfaction that would bring to you. But don't ever forget to visit with them, call them, because your personal appearance or your personal voice, the fact that somebody is incapacitated to a certain degree where you have to go and physically visit with them or call them, in their final days, they're going to say, Rob cared. He came and visited me twice a week. He called me every day or every other day. He sent me flowers or he sent me a gift. He did everything he could with his busy schedule to let me know that I was important to him. Okay? That is a powerful thing to have, and money gives you those options. And Rob made sure that I had the care I needed. He paid for this care. You know, guys, that is awesome. And that brings great satisfaction when you can reach out and help family and friends. Okay, and then when you reach deeper and you're helping your downline, some of them you don't even know, some of them in other parts of the world that you'll never meet them. Or if you host your own live events and the people come up to you and they say, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, because the information you have shared online and in person at live events and through your products have changed my life. Those products empowered me with the proper knowledge where I could go out and utilize this business model to change my life. I can't say thank you enough. Where do you think in my end days, my satisfaction is going to come from? It's not going to be from the cars. I can tell you that. It's not going to be from the homes. I can tell you that. I will remember the travel. I will tell you that. And the people I was with on those travels. I think that traveling is, in essence, life itself. And you say, well, what do you mean? Because when you travel, you're exposed to new foods from other parts of the world, other cultures. You're exposed to other people. You're exposed to environments that you've never been around before. And those environments, those experiences have an impact on you. And you realize internally that this is different. If you go to Paris, it's different than Athens. If you go to Morocco, it's different than Paris and Athens. If you go to Quebec, it's different than those others. If you go to Toronto, it's different than Quebec. If you go to Vancouver, it's different than Toronto and Quebec. Okay? If you go to Anchorage, Alaska, it's different than Chicago, Illinois. Okay? The food's different. The cultures are different. The environment is different. The experiences are going to be different. And on your deathbed, you will look back and say, wow, I have met so many great people. I've traveled to so many eye-opening and wonderful things that most people will never have a chance to see or experience. And that does put a smile on your face. And there's a certain part of satisfaction, there's a certain amount of satisfaction that comes from that, those experiences, those people. Okay. And you'll meet people that are there on your experiences you would have otherwise never met them. You would have never had that chance. And I have developed friendships because across the globe, because of the travels and also my different interest levels. Okay. Sometimes my interest took me to those locations. And I ran into somebody who had similar interests, and we got to talking and developed a lifelong friendship out of that. So I have wonderful friends all across the globe. We talk different subject matters all the time. And that brings a great deal of satisfaction to me. I've had a wonderful life, not just materially. I certainly have, and I continue to have. But the greatest satisfaction is my family and the friends I've developed and the travels I've had and the impact I've had and they have had on me. Okay. That is really a big satisfying moment. And guess what? The money I have earned has given me options. I'm able to do things that I otherwise would not be able to do. I've met people that otherwise I would not have met. I travel to places I would otherwise not be able to travel. Recently, we were able to save my little beagle, who's right, let's see, he's right there. You see, there he is, the little beagle, got his legs up in the air. $3,600. We paid it without any hesitation. Didn't even hesitate. And he's in great shape now. He wouldn't be here right now if we did not spend that money. Money gives you options, guys, and sometimes that option is life-saving. So those are the things, as you can tell. We took a deep dive into satisfaction you can get at different levels in this industry. Because on the surface, when you read the title, today's podcast, number 192, what does it say? The most satisfying thing you'll ever do. You just think, well, it's because you built a successful business and created the lifestyle you want. And I'm sure, and rightfully so, most of you thought that was going to be the subject matter of today's show. But as you can see, this industry goes much deeper than that. The success goes much deeper than that. And the satisfaction goes well beyond deep. That satisfaction can be life-changing in itself. If you have a little bit of a cold heart, the life stories that come out of this and that you're a part of and that you help create can be life-changing for you as well. Okay? So it can bring tears to your eyes that you were part of a life-changing environment or a life-changing moment for someone. It certainly does me. It definitely brings a tear to my eye. And sometimes I can be cold, as the wife can tell you. I don't have much time for bullshit. Let's just say that. And I don't think many serious, motivated people do. We don't have time for that crap. You want to talk crap, go someplace else. Waste somebody else's time. You want to get to the point and move forward, then I'm your guy. We can talk that. But the bottom line is I don't have time for all that other stuff. All right, guys, with that being said, we have done a wonderful job today covering the most satisfying thing you'll ever do. Guys, as you know, we are constantly expanding. I've got a lot of great stuff I'm going to be doing later today because I have wonderful things coming up for you. We do this stuff for you guys. And I'm testing a lot of things right now, and it's time consuming. But guess what? It's all designed to empower you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to hop off of here. Today's been a great episode. Once again, don't forget about what not to do. Go to the website. Next 24 hours only, $47, guys. It is a limited time offer. And you get all those bonuses too and an instant $150 savings. That will help you become a focused business building machine. That could be life-changing in itself, right? Don't forget about registering to become a beta tester. You can just go to the website, the MLMsolution.net, and guess what? You can click the link, the leads link at the top of the page, and it'll take you right to this page. Okay? And that being said, as you know, you can always do the podcast replay. Just go once again to the website, click podcast replay link at the top of the page, and you will be set to go. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I have to say. Don't forget tomorrow's episode. I want to cover that real quick. Tomorrow's episode is going to be podcast number 193, the most impactful thing you'll ever do. Well, guess what? On the surface, you're going to say, well, building a successful business is going to be the most impactful thing you'll ever do. And as you can tell by today's episode, you would be way wrong on assuming that that is going to be what it is. And as we go, please give us a thumbs up if you like what you hear. You understand the points we're making. You can see how the points we make help you out. Please give us a thumbs up. Also comment, let us know that you like what you hear. As you can see, we ask that you share, like, and comment on our various social media platforms. If you will, subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the notification bell two times, and that way you'll get notified when we go live and when we upload new content. All right. With that being said, I've taken up enough of your time, guys. You don't need me to keep talking, right? We need to get the heck off of here. Oh, man, I'm struggling a little bit with my words. Or not. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to hop off here. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Take care. God bless.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.